Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Orange Teddy here, and I'm back from the Maxi Toys, as you guys probably already know at this point. Welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party 9. So previously, we've now done High Rollers and Time Attack mode in just only for one day. And now we're going to continue on and do the last game mode, Boss Rush. Compete for points in a series of 6 or 12 boss battles. The player with the most points at the end is the champion. And this mode will only take about 15 to 30 minutes, so let's go ahead and get started. So, since I haven't played as Mario for a little while, so let's go ahead and select him since spells are station. And as for the computer opponents, let's say I'll go ahead and select the characters from Super Mario Bros. 2 USA playable characters, and as well as Super Mario 3D World playable characters to that. Even though that Red Toad was supposed to be Blue Toad in the first place though, but nonetheless though, I'll just might pick those characters, so that makes me referencing Super Mario Bros. 2 USA and Super Mario 3D World when it comes to playable characters wise. Welcome to Boss Rush. You want to hear about the rules? Sure. Players battle in a series of bosses, one after then another. Players are rewarded based on the results of each boss battle. The player with the most points at the end wins. Alright then. At the end of each boss battle, 5 points are rewarded for first place, 3 points for second place, 2 points for third place, and 1 point for fourth place. So, fourth place doesn't usually help you that much. So, you can actually choose either these 3 different types of bosses you can type to go face. You have to get like mid-boss battles and stage boss battles and all the boss battles. Well, I'll go ahead and select all of them because, well, there are only 3 boss battles I haven't shown you for the rest of this playthrough. So I figure I'll just do that. So, yeah. So here we go, fighting against these boss battles. Even though we're fighting the 9 bosses again, but the only one we haven't seen is 3 of them. So you always have to start off with Lakitu, so yeah. And he's actually, you know, the mid-boss battle in Toad Road. He's pretty simple, so yeah, basically we have to fight him again. So let's go ahead and do this. Battle 1.
Start!
And every time when you actually approach those boss battle minigames when you're in the boss rush mode, sometimes they always like shows you the battle whatever number that is, so that it tells how many boss battles there were in the entire game itself. So, granted though, they're only a grand total of 12. Well, I wouldn't say that much for just any DK's Jungle Ruins because those 2 does not count as boss battles. Although, technically the game thinks it is, but it's not. It's really not. It's just for just a bonus collectible minigame that you collect bananas and just get some more points. So yeah, that's why the Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong minigames are not included, because, well, we don't want to fight those 2. Those 2 are the good guys. I mean, yeah, they actually just cooperatively trying to go for the adventure for the time Donkey Kong Country games. Alright, so as you can see here, we have 12 boss battles, so that's what you get. And then it actually tells us about the position you're in. So the next boss battle we're into is Wiggler, and if I remember rightly, this is actually the minigame we haven't played yet, which was called Wiggler Bounce, I'm presuming. Ground pound the segments of Wiggler's body to deal damage. The segments with purple mark are worth 1 point, and the segment with the red mark is worth 3. Hold the Wii move sideways, press D-pad to move, 2 to jump, and 2 to, while jumping, to perform a ground pound. And this is the actual boss battle in Toad Road. So, yeah, if you play story mode already. Now, see there's a red mark right there. Battle 2.
Start!
So yeah, you don't need to worry about these piranha plants because those will just take away a point like I did. So, yeah. Okay. I think if I remember rightly, this is the minigame I saw in the beta version of this boss battle that, according to my Wikipedia, that I usually saw this image Although that was a journey a long time ago when I usually add in the old Super Mario font. Now it actually recreates as a new Mario font during the later ones and Super Mario 3D Land. So that, well, they'll just make it a modern debut Mario games or something like this. And hooray, I got the first fight, or in this case, I've got a final attack in that minigame. And then it won't able to spew out some mini-stars anymore, so... Wow, Luigi and Toad are in the exact same position as the previous minigame. That's actually pretty swell. Alright, next of all we have Whomp, the minigame we also haven't been played yet. And I'm assuming this is more likely just a luck-based minigame. Players each choose 0 or 1 turns of the platform. Try picking a number that keeps you from winding up under Whomp. Player left standing can ground pound Whomp for points. Hold the Wiimote vertically, press left or right on the D-pad to select 0 or 1 turns of the platform while standing on Whomp. Press A to jump and press A again to do the ground pound. So yeah, as I said earlier, I think this minigame will have to be the most luck-based ones. And this boss battle usually takes place in mid-boss battle in Bob-omb Factory. Battle 3.
Start!
Sorry, my voice sounds a little bit weird when I say 3. Okay, again, I can't even tell what the computer opponents are about to pick. Well, so far, Peach is the only one just delivered the switch on. And I'm assuming that I can mash the A button faster, so that, well, it's easier to actually get some more points to actually grind with. Figuratively, I've got 12 points whenever I just ground pound it. I mean, even then, that's more possibility. It looks like I'm the only one who's going to deliver the liver, or in this case, a switch. Alright. And for this Whomp model, it's actually takes place in Super Mario Galaxy 2, and especially New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Nintendo 3DS. And I kind of wish if this model do returns in the future Mario titles, which I felt kind of doubtful about, because back in, on this case of the later games, mainly Mario Party Island Tour and Mario Party 10, I think it might just go back into the older Whomp design from the older games. Which, to be honest, I prefer this one to go over to the old one, because this one is actually a little bit more, it's all new to me. I mean, yeah, the ground pound mark is pretty much identical to the Super Mario Galaxy 2 model. Like, I think this is what the models actually takes place in. So anyway. Alright, I'm going ahead to choose just only one. And it looks like me and Toad actually just use the switch from it. Yeah, as soon as he gets to the halfway point, that he'll just change either 1 or 2, depending on if this little thing starts. Oh yeah, there's another thing I haven't mentioned, the regular bounce halfway point as soon as he's almost down. That regular just starts to move faster, so that's the only differences from here. Alright, that's Whomp Stomp, and luckily though, I actually did win that minigame, so that's pretty good. So, now next up we have Big Bob-omb, aka King Bob-omb if you play this on the North American version. And this was also the luck-based minigame, so that's kinda stinks. Lob bombs at Big Bob-omb. Bombs are thrown in order from left to right. The bigger bombs do more damage. Be careful, if 2 players or more select the same bomb, neither gets to throw it, I meant. So you hold the Wiimote sideways, press D-pad A, 1 or 2 to pick a bomb. So, again, it's more likely just a luck-based minigame, which is not my cup of tea, it almost seems like it. And this is the actual boss battle in Bob-omb Factory, so, because, you know, it makes perfect sense for Big Bob-omb to be the actual boss battle on this board. Battle 4.
Start!
Alright, so I need to figure it out what strategy, although there's no bit of strategy involved in here. Like, if you play this on with the computer players, that will make the entire thing impossible. I mean, even then, it can be a little bit of luck. But anyway, I guess he must just I'll go ahead and select A. Ah, Toad! Toad! You're supposed to be my friend! Ay, ay, ay. Anyway. I guess there are a few things I just wanted to mention. That, only 3 more days left until Mario & Luigi Paper Jam Brothers. I think the others already said that already, because, well, obviously, well, at least in, UK version, and then the American version can only have to wait until at the beginning of 2016 on, during that, 22nd of January, which might be a little bit long for you, but sometimes it's really pain to actually know if what the release date is going to be confirmed or not. And when he's almost down, that whilst the same players actually accidentally select the same bomb, not only they actually temporarily do not get a point, if the big Bob-omb actually just throws a bomb at somebody, you actually take away a point. So you just have to watch out. Don't let the computer opponents select the same bomb. Like Luigi and Toad, for instance, because otherwise you will just essentially lose a point. I'll go ahead and aim for the D-pad bomb, because I just want to give myself a final attack. With that being said though, eat this! And hooray, I actually won that minigame as well. Well, usually just say another one of the luck-based minigames there. So, yeah. Good thing to know that I usually won that. By lucky. Somehow Luigi and Toad are in 3rd place. Anyway, I think that wraps up all of the boss battle minigames we've seen throughout this playthrough now, so all you have to do is just basically just constantly just trying to conquer everything for every single boss battle, starting from Dry Bones, that we have to rematch against him while just using the deal with cards, or essentially just deck of cards. Battle 5.
Start!
Okay, I gotta recognize this. Circle, hexagon, hexagon, circle, circle, hexagon, circle, hexagon, circle. At least I got that right. Yeah, me and Luigi got that one. Alright, let's see. What's the cards I get? Okay. Circle, hexagon, circle, hexagon, circle, circle. Alright. Let's see what this is happening here. At least me and Luigi and Toad actually got this, except Peach, but even though Peach doesn't get anything taken. Jeez, what's wrong with you? Anyway. Since he's almost down, so let's see. Circle again. Jeez, why does he always goes after circles? I have no idea what's going on here. Well, lately he just like, well, he seemed to land on circle platforms every time now, so I wonder if he actually going to select it again, although I'm not sure about this though, until he shuffles up the cards first. Okay, let's see. I'm hoping this might actually be a different platform. What? Circle? Really? Okay, apparently that Dry Bones seemed to really love the red platform, in this case the red circle platform. Always because he loves circles. Or, admittedly though, just, well, his favorite color, or, maybe, I don't know, maybe he just loves red circles very much. Okay, that's a bit weird, but whatever. We'll take that as a victory. Alright, let's rematch against King Boo in a puzzle game. Alright, let's do this. Battle 6.
Start!
Seems we're essentially halfway done, although not exactly yet though, because after when we deal with him, we're actually going to do halfway throughout. Now, here's a funny story about this, is that originally I was going to do this on, along with King of 74's party co-op competitive type of series, but I believe since we haven't done those since Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, that I don't think this party co-op competitive series never continued. I think that's why I was originally gonna do this. Well, just originated from, but at the same time, later on, it would somehow be cancelled due to the fact that, well, there's been a lot of work going for. And who gets the final attack? I do. Alright. And the lights are out. In this case, the candles lights out after defeating King Boo. So yeah, nicely done. So, we're practically halfway done throughout this mode, so we got 6 boss battles down, and only 6 more left. So here we go with Cheap Cheap next. Which, predictably, the mid-boss battle in Blooper Beach, so, you know, Dry Bones is considerably the mid-boss of Boo's Horror Castle, and King Boo was essentially the actual boss battle in Boo's Horror Castle. Battle 7!
Start!
Alright, Cheap Cheap, it's time to kick your butt with the Koopa shells. Well, essentially just the green shells, so at least if you're familiar with some other Mario Kart games in generally. So, go ahead and toss those, find out his attacks. Haha! Oh god, oh, hey! Oh wait, that was close. I almost got hit by that. Luigi's almost getting closer to me. Oh god, watch out. Eat this. Find out for his dive attack. Coming from above. Oh, what? How come I... Oh man. Why do I always get subtract points? Go on, let's see if I can get this last shot with this aiming. Bullseye! Right onto its tail. That must be my aiming skillful master. Well, sometimes you have to be really precise on that aiming. Luigi and Peach are in second place at the moment. And here we go with the 4th rematch against Blooper after the countless times we always encountered him during the actual boards themselves. But now we have to deal with him again, but except rather than just to deal with the just in the boards. But what we're actually supposed to do is just, well, just beat the likes of the crap out of him. Battle 8.
Start!
Anywho, yeah, this might actually be one final time to actually just about to purposely trying to do a rematch against him. Because last time we beat him was on the first board, and the second time was actually on Bob-omb Factory. And the third time was actually on Blooper Beach, so that was pretty crazy if you guys to think about it. That was like the 4th time in a row just about to see this Blooper right here. But at least he'll become a boss battle again in just essentially Mario Party 10, which I know people sound a bit disappointed for somehow find that disappointing for you guys, especially if since Mario Party 8 did have Blooper as a playable character, but I guess he was essentially wants to work at Bowser now. Which, well, kind of doubtful if that happened, I should have been mentioned. So anyway, anyways, let's keep shooting at him so that we want to get this done, and booyah! I actually got 3 points as a result. How about that? Alright, so yeah. You know, Blooper is essentially in the actual boss battle in Blooper Beach, as I said before, so yeah. Alright, now we're on to the Magma Mine boss battles, while starting through the mid-boss, Spike. So we already got 4 bosses to go. And if you do the just mid-boss battles, or the stage boss battles, then it'll just take about, like, a few minutes and such, so that, well... it'll just make 6 battles incredibly short. Battle 9.
Start!
I always trying to say that the battle series is because, well, I always found that to be quite entertaining, especially when there was like some some ginormous enemies we're about to fight against. So anyways, Golden Hammer is mine. Alright. Wow, he's going down really, really quickly. Trying to think of it. He's actually a bit total pussy. Well, at least a pushover at least. Alright, so let's see if I can get a gold hammer from here. And onward. Please, 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 please. Gotcha! Sorry, Toad and Luigi, but you have to take a branch instead. Jeez, it's almost down already. I mean, jeez. That might have been so overly quick. Although, almost a little. Okay, one more hit shall perfectly do before we actually just to finish him off. Until when the Mario Party 10 comes along, then he'll just essentially gonna join Mario's crew in Mario Party 10 as playable characters. So, yeah. I know you find it a bit weird when it comes to that though, but you know, once you get used to it, then he's not too bad, honestly. Alright, now we move on to Chain Chomp. Jeez, we're at boss battle number 10 right now. Which, you know, as far as I know already, that Spike is usually the mid-boss battle in Magma Mine, and this one is actually the actual boss battle in Magma Mine, Chain Chomp. So, volcano interruptions. Battle 10.
Start!
Alright, so I'll need to keep an eye on the rails, or in this case some cannons, where the rails is about to take me to. I'll select one. Right, I think I got this right. At least everyone just got that no problem. Eat this, Chain Chomp! Alright, where's the golden cannons gonna be at? It's on the second part, and it's on the middle, so that will have to be the D-pad. Gotcha. I got it. I got it. Well, if I press the wrong button, then I won't able to get it. So, yeah, that's pretty much what you expect. Wow, he's essentially almost done already? Jeez, that was quite literally short. Well, almost short. Just a little bit longer at points. Okay, so in the second rail, and it's on one button. Got it? Alright, let's hop in. In this case, I'll hop in, just onto the mine cart, just to get this thing gripped with. Eat this, Chain Chomp, as I said before. And I'm mostly going to aim for the gold cannon, and it's on the far end, and it's on the middle. So it have to be, once again, one. Oh man, so many one buttons I have to press. So, yeah, as far as I can go for this here. Peach somehow kept on missing the correct spawning cannon. So, I don't think he wasn't as changed by comparison from, well, I don't know what to think of. Okay, I need to go ahead and just select B because I need to get my final attack just to achieve. But it doesn't matter if someone's gonna get the first cannon. Luigi's just got that one. And somehow Peach is gonna go in 4th place. Hooray! I got a final attack. And then Toad's coming in 2nd place. From that minigame. I don't mind letting him just about to catch up because, well, Toad is awesome. So yeah, that was the Magma Mine boss battles. And now we'll move on to the Bowser Station boss battles, starting from Bowser Jr.'s breakdown, which... I'm not looking forward to this already, so let's just get this thing over with. But again, it could be a little bit luck-based and just sometimes a little bit dragged on. Especially during the, you know, Bowser Station board in general. But nope, we have to encounter that. Alright then, Bowser Jr., we meet again. Battle 11. And we're actually gonna decide who's gonna go first.
Start!
Speaking of such, Toad is gonna go first. Yeah, every time when you're actually in the minigame mode, in this case free play and boss rush, that the arrow indicator will actually just randomly select what player should go first in the some little dice roll events. Oh wow, I got a 6, flawless. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Anywho, And I was saying, if you ever play this board in well, in Bowser Station, that the captain always have to go first. It depends on what captain you select. So yeah, in this case, when they essentially reach the boss battle space first before, well, anyone's going to reach it. So yeah, that's basically you can get. Alright, so let's see how this is going. Toad got 9, so he essentially is in the lead right now, so yeah. And he's actually in halfway done, so yeah. And he'll add up some more Bowser Jr. orbs right here. Some more orbs. I don't know. I'm not sure why I say that. Oh, I missed it. Ugh. Stupid dice rolls sometimes. And Luigi doesn't get any. Let's see what Peach is gonna get. She's probably gonna get a 2. So she got that. And fundamentally though, that well, I don't know what to expect. Toad doesn't get any, but at least I might take. Oh please, 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 4. I'll take 4. Besides, I actually got 6 hits. In this case, 6 amount of number of damage on Bowser Jr. So yeah, that's probably you can get. I wonder who's gonna get this last hit. In this case, Bowser Jr.'s got a little bit of health left. But unfortunately, we have to wait until when someone's going to get it. But sometimes it'll be, again, a little bit of pace breaker sometimes, which I will agree. And somehow Toad is going to get it. So there's no way I could get a chance to gain every single first place in every boss battles. So I know for the fact that when I watched Slim Kirby's run through of Boss Rush, he did really good though. Like 11 out of 12 first places. Like every single boss battles. Although the only one exception he has a 1 is on the final boss battle. So yeah, I wonder if I can try to do this. And speaking of a final boss battle, we have ourselves a rematch against Bowser for one final time for the Nintendo Wii console. Well, at least for that little experience. Until when, you know, at the very end of that 2012, back then, that it'll jump into the next gen console, which, you know, is a Wii U, so, you know. And then some 3DS. Final battle.
Start!
Alright, here we go with this luck-based minigame once again. I think out of all the boss battle minigames we actually counted, we seem to have counted 4 luck-based ones. Which there were Whomp Stomp, Big Bob-omb minigame, and Bowser's Block Battle. I almost said Bowser's Block Party. For some reason I always kept on thinking of the same name as it does in Mario Party DS. But no, it's just Bowser's Block Battle instead, so yeah. And because of that though, well, it does take a little bit too long for my taste, but anyway, and as well as that though, the most annoying luck-based minigame in this game is Bowser Jr.'s Breakdown, because, you know, it's rather boring. Anyway, at least the game wasn't as boring though. Still fun, but it's just Bowser Jr.'s Breakdown as the middle boss battle, or in this case a mini boss battle. It's dragged. It drags tremendously. Anywho, so yeah, we only got one more boss battle to deal with, so you know, and hopefully we should be able to be done with Boss Rush, and then hopefully until sometime soon, that I should able to actually show off all of the minigames we haven't played throughout this playthrough actually has. Or in this case, throughout the sports anyway. So, around that time though, that, well, okay, somehow we got 2, which is not much, but I'd rather prefer just having 3, because, or in this case, more of them actually. Because if I get more, then, the more damage I can just usually take from him. So that wasn't the case. Toad got burned by this huge fire balls. Kind of reminds me of Bowser's Bad Breath in Mario Party 10. And somehow we meet up with Big Bob-omb again, since we played the actual minigame on here. On the most luck-based minigame on Bob-omb Factory, so you know. Alright, he's halfway done, so hopefully we won't take this a little bit too long for that at points. But still, hard to believe that, so you know. Okay, I'm sorry for the brief cutout, and yeah, I just have to grab something for this my hungry, precious dinner. Which, my favorite will always have to be the pizza, which still hard to believe that my favorite is, as I said earlier in the Tom Attack mode, that my favorite is pepperoni, so yeah, very delicious. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have that Chain Chomp. He's got to run about in the area or an arena. It does remind me of something that's almost like Chain Chomp Showdown in Mario Party Island Tour, like the same concept where the Chain Chomp is about to go after you. But except you don't have this little lava thing that's been going on. But instead, that we actually take out in space. So, you know, because of that, though, Bowser Station is based off space. You know, just like it does in Bowser's Warp Orbit in Mario Party 8. And somehow Toad gets an automatic victory from 7 whopping points, along with the final attack, of course. That means he essentially won in the this final boss battle. And I guess that was it. That's all the boss battles how this game has. Although there's only other two that I need to mention. But those are technically just bonus minigames or what have you. But anyway. So far I won 10 out of 12 first places. But at least I'll still take it, I suppose. But it's not perfect, not a perfect run by any means, but still. Alright, so let's take a look at the scores. So, yeah, 5 points will actually worth you. If you're in first place, you're worth 5 points. If you're in second, you're worth 3 points. And then, third is for 2. And fourth is 1. So, yeah, you should definitely go for first place for that part. I think, I essentially won all of the, some of the 5, or 10 boss battles, except those 2 in the Bowser Station. So, because of that, though, those 2 Bowser, or in this case, those 2 boss battle minigames in Bowser Station's downright luck-based. Hooray! I won in the boss rush! And this mode does remind me of the mode from Mario Party DS called Boss Attack from Mario Party DS. That's kind of like that, but except with a time-based. And then there's also a little single-player campaign to deal with these giant boss battles to deal with. So yeah, you can actually look at the points as well, and some rankings how this thing actually got in total. So, got 56, and Toad's got 30, and Luigi's got 28, and Peach has the less, like 22. So anyways, I think that's the boss rush is done. And now, until next time, I'm going to show you what minigames we haven't seen throughout this entire playthrough. So I'll see you guys in a moment.